21 days before the county auctioned Marcus Reed off his own porch. Over a mailbox, his daughter painted rainbow. Every signature on the $340,000 foreclosure was legal. It's all in a file, friends. I keep the file. Here's how a rainbow mailbox got so heavy. For 9 years, Diane Wexler ran the Cedar Brook Commons Homeowners Association. Cameras on every pole. 11 families lost their homes to her fines. She planned for everything but one box a departing owner left behind. The archive forgot nothing. Marcus took 911 calls on the night shift, calm for everyone but himself. A widower, 7-year-old Lily, his late wife's medical bills. He answered strangers all night. Nobody answered for him. A gated street looked like a break. A Cedar Brook house listed $40,000 under market. Marcus didn't ask why. Remember this detail: a dusty box in the garage marked Cedar Brook, do not throw away. You'd have walked past it, so did she. The street was perfect. 60 identical lawns, not one chalk drawing. Diane arrived in pearls, chrome clipboard in hand. The covenant's 74 tabbed pages. Read it twice. The clipboard clicked shut. It sounded like a file closing on you. 5 a.m. The golf carts hum. The photographs, her safety initiative, fed every pole camera to one garage. Hers. So afraid of crime, she wired the street to watch herself. A neighbor waved, saw a pole, hurried inside. The second Saturday, Lily painted the mailbox rainbow. Monday before sunrise, an envelope slid under the door, folded in thirds, smelling of lavender. A $75 violation. You'd have paid it, friends. So did he. His doorbell camera caught everything but Diane. He repainted it regulation taupe. Unapproved sheen, $150. Trash can out 40 minutes early, $100. Then someone hosed Lily's chalk unicorn off the driveway overnight, and the fine called it defacement. The record built itself in her hand. Diane waited by his mailbox that Friday. You work nights, Mr. Reed. Your daughter's light goes out at 9:40. Who's supervising her standards? He had never told her his schedule. She hadn't guessed it. She'd filed it. He appealed. The compliance hearing was Diane and her sister-in-law. Every fine upheld, plus a $250 fee and 10% monthly interest under Amendment 14C. Credit her. She heard the clause a frightened man skips. A neighbor finally talked, over coffee 2 towns away. The Hendersons fought her, gone in a year. Gerald Voss, who owned your house, fought hardest. Same realtor's sign every time. This wasn't bad luck. He stood where 11 had stood. The sabotage came nightly. His cans dragged to the curb at 3 a.m. A fine by breakfast. Weed killer across his lawn. Another fine. The total hit $2,300. Each dollar proved he couldn't keep his house. Then his own doorbell camera caught it. 3:04 a.m. A figure in gardening gloves, threading the gaps between the cameras. It stops, turns to the lens, covers it with a gloved palm. She knew every camera, not whose porch this was. Tuesday, a lien on the house for $4,860. Thursday, his late wife's sedan towed as inoperable, $460 back. Diane watched the tow truck from her golf cart, coffee in hand. She had waited out 11 homes. One sedan could wait. The attorney was honest. HOA foreclosure is legal here. Fighting her starts at $25,000. Marcus had $1,900 in savings. Read that again, friends. The law was on her side. My advice? Stop being interesting to her. That night, Lily asked, "Daddy, why does the ruler lady take pictures of my window?" He had no answer a 7-year-old could keep. Next morning, he counted the cameras between their door and the bus stop. 9. A business card came under the door. No envelope, no lavender. Bellamy Property Group. On the back, in silver pen, $205,000, cash. This week, the house was worth $340,000. Somebody had priced his desperation to the dollar. At midnight, the golf cart parked across the street. Marcus watched, phone in hand, filming a woman too careful to leave a trace. She never saw the camera bolted to her own cart. Some holes get deeper the more you dig. The foreclosure notice was stapled to his front door for the whole street. Public auction, courthouse steps, 21 days. Total owed $8,916 from a $75 mailbox. Every blind stayed shut. Nobody wanted to be next. He packed Lily's room first so she wouldn't have to watch. At 3 a.m., he sat among the boxes and ran the numbers. None of them kept the house. For the first time since his wife died, Marcus had no plan. Day 12, clearing the garage, he found the box. You remembered the box. Diane forgot it existed. Inside, the original 1998 covenants, a treasurer's ledger, a brass key stamped clubhouse, one sticky note. She never amended anything legally. Check the signatures. G. The originals capped every fine at $50 and required a 2/3 vote to change a word. Amendment 14C was ratified at a meeting nobody remembered. Its 2/3 padded with 9 forged proxy signatures, 2 signed by the dead, names that couldn't object. The ledger cut deeper. 9 years, $412,000 collected in fines, a paid-off mortgage on every home she took, just $9,300 left. She never stole loud. She stole a rounding error at a time. Every home went to Bellamy Property Group, Diane's. Gerald Voss answered on the second ring. "You found the box. I installed those cameras myself as treasurer. Every feed archives to a DVR in the clubhouse. Under her own amendment, that footage belongs to the association, not to her." The brass key fit. The archive held all of it. Diane dragging his cans at 3:04, a sprayer across his lawn, envelopes at 4:57, caught by the one camera she never considered, Gerald's, under her own cart. She'd kept the file on herself. 20% of owners can force a special meeting. State law. 4 doors closed in his face. Then the neighbor who'd stopped waving signed, hand shaking, for the Hendersons. By Sunday night, 31 signatures. Diane's own bylaws would summon her. Diane came at dawn. Auctions have a way of going through, Mr. Reed, and paperwork has a way of getting lost. The clipboard clicked once. She left the smell of lavender in the doorway. She still thought she kept the file. 140 owners pack the clubhouse, phones already recording. Gerald Voss sits in the back row. Diane opens with her clipboard click one last time. Marcus stands, holding a dusty box. Listen. The projector lights up. Original covenant. Fines capped at $50. Changes by 2/3 vote. Then the proxy sheet. One signature dated 2 years after the woman's funeral. Diane filed this herself, Marcus says. There's a word for a dead woman's signature. Then the ledger goes up on the wall. $412,000 collected, $9,300 left, and Bellamy Property Group, buyer of all 11 foreclosed homes, is registered at 4 Cedarbrook Court. Diane, tell them who lives there. Nobody breathes. Then the footage rolls. The cans at 3:04. The sprayer. The 4:57 envelopes. 140 people watch their president crawl across a lawn in gloves. "Those cameras are mine," Diane starts. Gerald smiles. "Read your own amendment, Diane." The board dissolved, 1 vote against. A judge froze the auction the morning the forged proxies hit the record. The DA took the box, the ledger, the DVR. Forgery, theft, fraud. Deputies walked her out, and neighbors filmed it. Her ledger closed. She couldn't pay the restitution. So the new board re-ratified Amendment 14C, a real 2/3 vote, then followed it exactly as written. Her interest, her lien. In spring, 4 Cedarbrook Court sold on the courthouse steps. The rule took its 12th home, hers. Marcus's fines were refunded with interest. Lily's rainbow mailbox passed, unanimous. Where would you have stopped her, friends? At $75? Or never? I file every answer. Karma doesn't shout. It keeps the file. Next in the file. A bank manager who foreclosed on a family, then bought their house. Subscribe. The archive never closes.